Somewhere in Dreamland is a beautiful animation, but it's also a heartbreaking animation. And this is a Fleischer Studios cartoon. I'm a very big fan of Fleischer cartoons. And this one was released in 1936, directed by Dave Fleischer, with Seymour Nightel as the animation director. And we are introduced to these two young children who are very hungry, and there's this heartbreaking scene where they go home after being outside and they eat their stale bread for dinner, and this little boy tells his mother that he is still hungry, and this mother begins sobbing into her apron, obviously distraught with the heartache and probably guilt that she feels about not being able to give her child a full meal. And it is heartbreaking. And eventually the children go to bed and they dream that they are in this world full of sweets and candies and delicious foods to eat. And I love the stark contrast between the dark, dull, muted colours of the real world and the much more bright, colourful, vibrant colours of the dream world. I think the contrast is very strong and very beautiful, and it's lovely to see these characters with much more energy, with much more enthusiasm, and also with fuller stomachs. It's nice to see them exploring, and I love this idea that somewhere in Dreamland you can have the things that you need on Earth that are not provided for you. And it's a heartbreaking story, but I love that concept of escapism. I'm a big fan of dreaming. I know that sounds obvious, but there are a lot of us who really cherish dreams and analyze them and, spend a lot of time thinking about our dreams, and some people are not that bothered about them, and that's fine. Some people, of course, don't dream, which is something that I would hate if that happened to me. But for me, as somebody who loves dreams and kind of really values dreams and likes to analyze them, I really enjoyed this concept of the children escaping into their dreams. And I think visually it's beautiful. It is heartbreaking, it is so moving, and it's beautifully animated, beautifully done. As long as you are not feeling particularly fragile today, give it a watch. It's on YouTube. I think you'll enjoy it. It's very well done. A beautiful piece from Fleischer. And sure, not the most unique. There are other cartoons where children who don't have very much go off into dreamland, but I think this one is the most raw and the most hard hitting, and therefore definitely one of my favourites.